The topic for this thesis is exploring everyday urbanism and cultural territories in the context of Mumbai. This thesis intends to spatially explore everyday life within a cultural territory to assess, design, and create socio-culturally implicit spaces which are being hampered due to rapid urbanization process. This thesis is structured in 4 parts. The first part is Introduction to Research Methodology and Analytical Framework. Within the area of interest, there are 2 domains. First, experience domain, which is our common observation from the city we belong to. This thesis inquires in exploration of everyday life as cultural manifesto, informal networks, and public realm as a socio-cultural and physical component of an Indian city. Second domain is the learning domain. Through academic knowledge system, it broadens the scope of understanding the terms everyday urbanism and public realm as an approach to explore city and its everyday life. Next step to area of interest was to focus on narrowing down the enquiry. Through spider web diagram and keywords, an enquiry was narrowed and rationalized into 6 multidisciplinary fields. The challenge was now to understand the existing planning paradigms in mapping and representing everyday urbanism. Limiting to the case of Mumbai, I argue that development plan neglects second level of local area plans in identifying informal spaces, user associations and attachments to the place. As seen in the diagram, development plan recognizes fewer spaces, designates it as reserved, but in reality there is a lot beyond, like spaces within and between buildings, which has high potential to create place attachment and informal networks. The research focused on Mumbai's urban form with rapidly urbanizing neighborhoods affecting the everyday life and socio-cultural structure. Having selected the following neighborhoods, which has distinctive social and cultural character along with informal user and human networks, needs multiscalarity, flexibility, and neighborhood or territorial planning which has localized urban regulations and sensitive and imaginative spatial framework rich in cultural, social, and informal networks. Having understood the current planning trends and exploring everyday life from cultural theory, form, activity, meaning by J. Montgomery in 1999, it restricts to physical and spatial component of a place. Hence, this thesis argues that considering human agency with people's attachment and associations could aid towards understanding the existing and newer socio-cultural arrangements in the highly urbanized and globalized conditions. From the thesis argument, it was clear that the framework was taking shape considering form, activity, people. Further, through theoretical framework, this thesis amalgamated third place theory by Ray Oldenburg and cultural territories theory by J. Montgomery to derive tangible and intangible parameters to assess the everyday life. Contextualizing to the case of Mumbai, the research question was a checking point from the theoretical framework. How would the amalgamation of cultural territories and third place concepts aid in reviving the social, cultural, and physical aspects of everyday life in an urbanized condition of Mumbai? This gave way to the hypothesis stating that amalgamating third place and cultural territories would result in responsive local area planning, cultural sustainability, activated everyday nuances, longevity in sense of place. In order to test the hypothesis, analytical framework, form, activity, people, derived from literature review, along with spatial tools like permeability, legibility, adaptability, and variety to test the site conditions. This stage is an experimental stage where various other responsive spatial tools could be used to test the site conditions. This is the mode of analysis with form as physical, activity as cultural, and people as social aspect of everyday life. This would result as site analysis and findings for the selected cases. This mode of analysis would use poor, moderate, and good grading system to decide the nature of intervention and detailed design development for the selected cases. For instance, in the following table for the selected neighborhood, adaptability in form, activity, and people component needs detailed design development. Second stage of thesis is site selection, analysis, and issues identification. Macro level selection of neighborhood as cultural territory. Micro level selection at street and block level with three typologies in the context of Mumbai. First, lack of public realm, overcrowding of public realm, and decaying quality of public realm, especially in historic cores. Sites selected are Shitla Devi Temple Precinct Mahim, Vile Parle East Commercial Market Precinct, Chinchpokli Railway Station Precinct. Following is the demonstration of site analysis and findings for Chinchpokli case with decaying quality of public realm and industrial historic precinct. Form component representing the mobility and urban form quality. Activity component highlighting the time and behavioral quality of community and user groups. People component representing the associational values, knowledgeability and familiarities with the surrounding. This mode of analysis was demonstrated for the rest of the two sites. Next step to site findings was the issues, concern identification and strategy phasing. Demonstration of Chinchpokli case represents major site concerns like lack of community spaces, visual monotony, non-adaptive redevelopment schemes, and development with fragmented and neglected spaces. These concerns were strategized into tentative 5-year phasing with most priority given to restructuring street edges and plot redevelopment schemes. In order to decide the nature of interventions after site issues and concern, site synthesis was carried out where first two cases with lack and overcrowding public realm would be tackled with minimal and tactical interventions, and the third Chinchpokli case would demonstrate deep strategic interventions. The third stage to this thesis is action plan and strategy formulation. Action plan represents the strategy formulation, intervention framework, and methods to demonstrate interventions. In this thesis, partially imaginative framework was derived using urban design toolkits like inclusivity, activity zoning, tacticality, sensory and visual richness, etc. Regulatory or policy framework using local urban codes for spatial tools like #P for permeability, which could be integrated into public interactive domain for community participation. Action plan for case 1 Shitla Devi Mahim with tactical and minimum strategies for activating public realm and working towards permeability tools. Action plan for case 2 Vile Parle East Market Precinct with tactical and minimal strategies for regulating and reorganizing the overcrowded public realm and working towards legibility tools. Action plan for case 3 Chinchpokli Precinct with strategic intervention at multi-stakeholder level for regenerating vibrant and inclusive public realm and working towards legibility and adaptability tools. Structure plan for case 1 represents the introduction of food trail starting from Mahim Dargah to Shivaji Park as major local landmarks and incorporating Shitla Devi's site with phase-wise reactivation of public realm, retrofitting shop fronts and reconnecting associations with the religious institution. Strategy formulation through structure plan for case 2 represents regulatory measures towards organizing temporality and street edges to tackle the overcrowding public realm, retrofitting pause points with street furnitures and reconnecting local identity through local cuisine. Strategy formulation through structure plan for case 3 represents mapping the existing festival trail and proposing new pause points to regenerate vibrant and inclusive public realm in everyday life. Redevelopment phase for mill lands as an inclusive and affordable housing goals for mill workers and new users. The fourth stage to this thesis is partially imaginative and regulatory frameworks to demonstrate interventions. Tactical intervention case 1 master plan with reconnecting temple precinct to ensure permeability, reactivating open space by pedestrianization of local streets into activity streets decided by community to organize events, Case 1. Use of urban design toolkits to demonstrate tactical interventions and guidelines formulation for activating public realm. Tactical intervention case 2 master plan demonstrating legibility. Pedestrianization of local streets to reorganize temporality and commuter crowd by devising street sections with multiple pause points, shade and street furniture. Case 2. Use of urban design toolkit to demonstrate tactical intervention and guidelines formulation for reorganizing public realm. Case 3. Master plan with detailed intervention along the proposed Ganesh festival trail. First, restructuring street edge to accommodate adaptive reuse of traditional idol making workshops. Second, reconnecting open space through temporality. Third, reorganizing temporality along gentrified mill properties. Fourth, redevelopment of mill lands for inclusive housing. Macro level detail interventions considering street edges, open spaces, temporality and redevelopment for inclusive housing. Plot development using urban design approach for derelict mill properties as per suggested in DP 2034 section 35. First, regulatory mandate as per DP 2034. Second, crowd analysis. Third, permeable and legible networks. Fourth, housing and public realm plot allocation. Fifth, inducing multiple public realm opportunity. Sixth, inclusive housing and suggesting reservations in development plan. Till now, the interventions were a demonstration of spatially imaginative framework where the user group and community associations, their way of appropriation of spaces was considered. Regulatory framework with permeability, legibility, adaptability and variety measures and local urban codes inventory to ensure responsive and culturally sensitive territorial planning considering user-friendly domain. Demonstration of Chinchpokli case. Permeability as physical and visual accessibility. Measures for street edges, open spaces, plots and build forms. Demonstration of legibility as graspable and user-readable measures for street edges, open spaces, plots and build form. Demonstration of shop fronts with signages, color palette, sequential layering of urban elements and landscape. Mill historic trail with reservations and memorial regulations. Demonstration of adaptability as self-adjusting with space and time without major restructuring measures for street edges, open spaces, plots and build forms. Demonstration of adaptability through temporality, landscaping, plot zoning with building restrictions in festive zone. Demonstration of variety as diversity in urban form measures for street edges, open spaces, plots and build forms. Demonstration of variety in activity zone along the open space. Variety in plot allotment for various reservations like public open space, inclusive housing, state housing and sale component. Conclusion of detailed demonstration of Case 3 Chinchpokli as how spatially imaginative and regulatory framework aided in achieving a responsive everyday life with culturally sensitive territorial planning as a suggestion to second level of planning after city planning, that is the development plan in the context of Mumbai. In order to decide upon the method to tackle such socio-culturally rich everyday urban phenomena, this thesis intended to first assess the urban analysis to map the community associations and networks, collaborate stakeholder engagements and create culturally sensitive urban environment. This thesis recommends that from a biased opinion towards the city we live, share our experiences to rational urban phenomena through knowledge system in answering the question of how the amalgamation of theories and theoretical framework would result practical design development. Lastly, this thesis hereby demonstrated urban design framework and toolkit focusing on tangible, intangible and informal networks forming an integral part of an everyday life and socio-cultural structure of the society. It also suggests regulatory guidelines to sensitively tackle the current trends of development and practices overcoming globalization and standardization phenomena in an urban setting.